So right now I'm going to start a handover session with the Dynamo. So before I start with the Dynamo, we have to check the project unit. So we will go to the Manage tab, then click on the project unit, then have to check the distance. Currently I'm using the meter. Okay, the length also I'm using the meter unit. Alright, so that's good. Then I will hit on the Dynamo. Okay, so in this Dynamo session, I'm going to use the Dynamo Script that using the CSV data. Alright, so first of all, we need to import the CSV data into the Dynamo. Alright, so please kindly note at the left below corner we have a Dynamo run click. So I prefer to use the manual instead of automatic. Alright, so right now I'm going to load the CSV data, then hit on the open, then click on the run. Alright, so after that in the wedge node we will see the imported CSV data. So at the wedge we will see the three index numbers, index 0, 1, 2, 3. From the index 0 number, these are the x coordinate value. So in the next step I'm going to connect the imported data to create a XYZ coordinate point. So okay, let me connect first. Alright, so in order to create a XYZ coordinate point, we need to use the list.get item at index node. Then we are going to use the slide number, or you can use your preferred node. Then from the index number 0, here we will see it, index number 0. This index number 0 value I'm going to use as a x coordinate point value. Then index number 1 value I'm going to use as a y coordinate point value, and then for the z value is under the index number 2. So I'm going to connect all these value at the point.by coordinate node. Then I will hit on the run. So after that we already create a coordinate point in the Dynamo. So we can see the so at the Z I have extracted all the value from index number 2. Then after that I have created a XYZ coordinate point in the Dynamo. So let's take a look at the Revit. So in the Revit we have to go to the 3D view, then we will just click zoom to fit, then I will check the session box. So here is the tangent coordinate point. Alright, so let me back to the Dynamo. So let me see the x coordinate point. Alright, okay, so after I create a XYZ coordinate point, I'm going to create I will extract a data, because I don't want to create a line for every point that I have created. I only want to create a line based on the 200 point. So I only want to create a 200 line. So I have to use the 201 point. Alright, so before I'm not connected with the line, okay, just hit on the run, then I will get a line 200 and 201 line. So I will connect this information to the line dot by start point endpoint value. Okay, so after that I will click on the run. So here is the endpoint. How's the endpoint work? The endpoint, every single line will have a start point and an endpoint. So the first line endpoint will begin the first line second point. So in this case, my endpoint will be 1 point lesser than the start point to create a line. Alright, so I'm gonna hit on the run. Then I just created a line, but in the Dynamo, in order to place a structure framing, I need to use the polycarve instead of a carve line. So I will connect this information to the polycarve dot by join carve, and after that I'm going to use the default structure framing instead of my created structure framing family. So then let me hit on the run. All right, so the created 3D item cannot see in the Dynamo. So when we go back to the Revit, all right, sometimes this a bit lagging, and then so in this case you need to save your Dynamo, and after that you need to save your Dynamo first, and after that you go back to the Revit and you just click on the save button. Right, let me save my current Dynamo. Then I will save my current 3D view. Then I will close it. Alright, so in this case that is already created in my 3D view. So I will go back again to the 3D view, then I will click to the zoom to fit. So far cannot see anything yet. So just now I have created the structure framing. If I'm not wrong, I'm using the 254, I guess. Then just right click and click on the select all instead in entire project. Alright, so right now I have created 200 of structure framing, but I cannot see it. So just select on the 200, then go back to the 3D view, then you just use the selection box. So right now we can see the created one. So after that, okay, I will just hide. I'm going to hide the selection box. Alright, so right now I'm going to click on all of these 200. Let me go. So I will going to delete that one and go back to the 3D view. I will select on one of the structure framing, then right click and select all instead, then click on the in entire project. Then after that I will manually change the project type, family type. So I will click on it, the key segment one. So all these UV structure bin is replaced by the Dynamo segment pre-created family. This will take a while. So right now we can see the tenor ring segment. So let me change it back to the hidden. Alright, so with this our Dynamo script, we have located the tenor segment ring on the polycarve that we have created in the Dynamo. Okay, so let's take a look. All right,